Hello, welcome to the video. This is part 2 of my Naboo mega build. So far we have this. Pretty cool, right? And in today's video I'll be building the hangar, but I'm not going to show you that, so wait till the end. Okay, in the video I'm currently just changing the entrance, the laser gate entrance thing, because I didn't actually use a reference image for this and did it nowhere near to what it looks like. So that looks more. I didn't, yet again, really talk at the start of the video. I did actually talk later on, so there'd be less voiceovers the further we get into the video, but I'll just skip to when this is all done. So yeah, this is looking a lot better now. Next thing I want to do, I want to work on the hole, because I think it's a bit too bright. So I'm going to change these corner bits out and use tough walls. So I'll just show a time lapse of this. I definitely think it looks a lot better like this, and it's definitely like not as bright, which is pretty good. This next bit I moved on to the entrance to the hangar, and this did take me quite a while. This area itself took me about half an hour, so I've condensed it down to a minute so you guys don't have to go through half an hour of footage. But I basically just used Battlefront 2's map for reference for this, because though it isn't accurate, this is the best thing I had for this area. So after that, I added the back walls into the area that I'm working on, and it does make the inside pretty dark, so I will just skip over this and go to when it's all brighter after I've added all the lights in, because it's pretty dark footage and there's not much to really see. So with it all lit up, this is what it looks like. I quite like the light design I came up with. Iron bars might not be the best, but after that I started work on the actual hangar now, and I used my N1 Starfighter design, and this is what the final bit I got for the area to hold them, and I think it looks pretty good. I then started work on the back wall design, and I just really used Battlefront 2 as a reference for this. I originally made the hangar on a double block center, and I didn't want to work with a double block center, so I just moved it all over one so I could work on a odd number block center. This is just really exciting. I don't know, well, is exciting the right word? Yeah, you know what? Exciting, like, just getting tingles, from this. Like, this is looking pretty cool. And then you go down here, and all this. It's just, I never that took far too long to edit. That's something like 10 minutes just to make that clip of me building the Nether portal. I didn't even know why I did that. I'm just get distracted really easily. Anyway, with this back bit, I didn't really know what to do, because in Battlefront 2, this bit on the left, that tunnel that I'm just above now, leads to a storage room. But in the film, these two doors on the wall I just did, they are the entrance to the actual hangar. So I just made these the entrance to the hangar, then also had the door on the right and the closed door on the left. And the door on the right obviously goes to the plasma refinery. But it looks pretty cool, yeah. And I just added my light design in with the ochre frog lights and iron bars. Whilst recording this, my replay mod crashed and I got like really nervous in case it wouldn't restore. So I'm real glad it did, because that happened to me before where it did, but where it didn't restore. I then just used the clone tool and cloned the doorway over and just made it so the door was closed, because when I did look and like stuff like Battlefront 2 and Skywalker Saga, I did realise that there was like another door. Don't know if it leads to like the same sort of thing, but interesting. Don't really know where it actually leads to, but I just cloned this over, then flipped it and just put it in there. Yeah, so I then just put the rest of the N1 Starfighter to hold the things in, and it does look pretty cool with them all in. I did have some problems with symmetry later, and things didn't actually line up, but I probably will say more on that later when the problem actually comes up in the video. I don't know how I messed up the symmetry, really, but I was able to fix it in the end. It just took like an extra 45 minutes to fix because I had no idea what was wrong. Next, I just gave this doorway a bit more of a better design, because it was a bit flat. I didn't really like how it looked. So I just used some walls and stairs and stuff and just did that, and then copied it to the other side
and just gave it a closed door because there are doors on both sides. The hangar is mirrored, but I have no idea where these doors go. After that, I put the roof on and spent some time lighting up, putting some sea lanterns and ochre fog lights in. This is, however, when I realised that the build was not mirrored because sea lanterns sticking out there, and I'm here realising nothing lines up. Nothing is just shifted to the side by one block, and this was quite a big fix. It took me like 45 minutes, so it's quite a lot of me just like trying to get it all to line up and then it not lining up, and then it lining up like not line. It just wouldn't line up for whatever reason. So I'll just skip to when I've got it all lined up. Oh my god, that took far too long to just fix that. I cut 40 minutes of video out there. Anyway, I started work on the outside area and I used mud bricks, which I wasn't sure about at first, but I think it did. I think it did work out in the end. So I'll show a time lapse, I guess, of me building this area up outside. I also here just did a rim of smooth sandstone around the bottom, like we do throughout the rest of the build, so you can just see it going in here. Once I'd finished that, I didn't really know what to do to see out here. I decided to add a little bit of terrain. Whilst it's not accurate to the thing, this might just be a placeholder for now. I might go back and change the terrain around here, but this was just something simple for now. I also just put some oak trees in here just for a little more variation and just to make it so there's a bit more life in the area. And once I let these grow, that was the build done.
Remember to leave a like and subscribe, because I don't know if I'd have been able to do this without knowing that you guys actually like my content and help me. So please do subscribe and like.
And this is how the build turned out in the end. Just remember, this will be on my Patreon for free. So you can go download this for free, because I'm incredibly generous. Goodbye.